Hello, my name is Kostas. I'm doing Unit 2 volleyball.
Okay. So what type of game is volleyball?
The type of game of volleyball is non-contact invasion game.
Non-contact invasion game?
Yeah.
Alright. What is the aim of the game?
Aim of the game is to, object of the game is to send the ball over the net in order to ground it on the opponent's side. To win a game,
Sorry? To win a game?
To win a game, you need to win 2 games, which 2 games win your set, and if you win 2 sets, you can win the game.
3 sets in there?
If you win 2 sets with the other team have no sets, you win the game. But if the team, for example, is 2-1, you will need to make it 3-1 on sets to win a game.
Okay. How many? Yeah. Sorry. So for a match point, you need to win.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's clear. Can you explain the duration of the game, so the times of the game?
Official volleyball matches do not have limits regulating the length of the game. The game finishes when one of the team complete the game first. Each team allowed 2 times out per game, and each of them lasts 30 seconds.
Okay. Can you tell me how you start the game?
At the designated game start time, captains will be called to the net by the referee for a pre-match meeting. Refs flicks a coin and whoever wins get to choose side or service.
Okay. Okay. So where do you serve?
Serve. You do the serve.
I've got it.
You serve at the end of your court by the sideline. From the back line, but when you serve, you're not allowed to go front of the back line.
So your feet got behind the back line.
Yeah.
Okay, and where's it got to go? Where's the ball got to go?
The ball needs to go on the other side of the court to the defending team.
The opponent's half.
Yeah, opponent's half.
Okay. Yeah, that's how you start the game. Can you go on to scoring?
Yeah, scoring. A point is awarded when a play stops at the end of each rally. A team does not need to be serving to score points. This scoring method is called the rally point system. Some common scoring tactics include setting up hits to aim the weaker players on the team and the hardest player on the court.
Okay, so with points, talking about points, how many? So are you allowed to? So what happens if I've just went to try and hit the ball over the net, but I've ended up just hitting it up in the air and I've hit it again?
Yeah, that's the other team will get a point because you're allowed to touch the ball more than 2 times.
You are allowed to touch the ball more than 2 times?
You're not allowed to touch the ball. The same player is not allowed to touch the ball more than 2 times.
Okay. What would happen if I took so I returned the shot?
Yep.
And I hit the net, and one of my teammates got the ball before it hit the floor after rebounding the net. What happened then?
The game will be still go on because you're allowed to.
Was it allowed to touch?
Yeah, it's allowed to touch the net,
Didn't know that.
Game will still go on.
What happens if? I don't know. Okay, that's cool. We're done with scoring. What about the actual point system?
Point system. Whatever team goes first with 25 points wins the game, but you need to make sure you're 2 points clear ahead to win the game.
So that's the first bit. So how many? So you need 25 points to win a game.
And 2 points.
How many games do you need to win a set?
2.
How many sets do you need to win a match?
If the other team don't have any sets, you're allowed to have 2 sets and you can win the whole game. But if the team has at least 1 set, you need to have at least 3 sets ahead.
So really, it's first to 3, but if the other point haven't got a set, it's just 2 ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then once you've done that, you've won the match.
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. So onto the playing surface.
The surface must be flat, and the referee needs to make sure if there's any sharp equipment on the pitch, or if the pitch is wet, you need to make sure it's dry, and if any sharp equipment on the pitch, it needs to get cleared up before the game starts.
Okay, so that's the playing surface.
Yep.
What with the playing surface? Is there any hazards to the playing surface?
The outlines of the pitch, this rectangle, is more lighter than the court, so players can tell where is the lines and if the ball is hit the court or outside the court.
Yeah. So could the lines blend in with the pitch? So are the lines allowed to be the same colour as the actual court? Yeah.
No, they're not allowed to be the same colour.
Why?
So the referee can see if the ball goes in or out, and it needs to stand out more.
Yeah, just so you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you explain the equipment? For what equipment does the players need first?
Equipment needs every player needs to consist of shorts, socks, sport shoes, and a t-shirt of the team.
Yeah.
They need to wear knee pads, and
Why do they need to wear knee pads?
because when they slide on the floor, they need to make sure they don't injure the knees or fraction burn the knees.
Yeah, just for safety reasons.
Yes, for safety, health and safety reasons.
Yeah. What about the referee? What equipment does he need?
The referee would need red and yellow cards and whistle.
Okay. Would he need a stopwatch?
No, he would even need a stopwatch because there's no time in volleyball.
Good. What about the actual pitch itself? What equipment does that need to make it into a volleyball pitch?
The pitch would need a net
Yeah. How does the net stand up?
by the posts, the two posts,
Where are the poles?
on end of each side.
Are they in the pitch or are they outside?
They're
the
outside
pitch?
the lines. They have to be
Yeah.
outside the line so players won't hit on them for health and safety reasons.
Yeah. Okay. What about the actual? So how high is the net? Don't know how.
The height of the net is 2.24 meters.
2.24.
Yeah, 2.24, and for the ladies 2.12 for the ladies volleyball.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what else? Sorry, I completely forgot. Sorry, health and safety. Sorry,
Yeah.
zoned out for a second. Health and safety.
Yeah. Health and safety. Health and safety of volleyball, the referee needs to make
So
sure
what's the pitch? So how's the pitch got to be displayed for it to be playable first?
it needs to be flat, it needs to be completely dry, and no sharp equipment on the pitch, so players won't be able to get injured, and make sure they have a safe game.
Okay, what players do the play? So what do the actual players need to be safe?
Every player is not allowed to wear any watches, rings, or any headbands. They need to make sure the hair are tied up, so the hair won't get in the way.
Okay. What about the actual pitch itself? What does that need to stop it from being hazardous? Stop it from having any hazards?
Well, the pitch needs to be dry, so players won't slip on it, because if a player slips on a court, they might break hand or legs. It needs to be flat. And it needs to be smooth to play on.
It needs to be smooth to play on.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about health and safety? So what about anything? Is there anything else that I haven't mentioned?
And then a referee needs to make sure
The referee needs to make sure.
every player needs to wear knee pads.
Oh yeah, knee pads. Yeah, the referee's got to make sure they're wearing knee pads, and what else has got? What is so? Is the pitch the ref's responsibility?
Yeah, if the referee gets called to for the pitch to get a little bit drier, then
Yeah.
the referee's allowed to stop the game to make the pitch dry.
Okay, so what can you tell me about the actual players?
Players. Each team needs to have 5 players on the start line and 7 subs. You're allowed 1 coach and 2 assistant coaches, and also you're allowed 1 medical staff.
Sorry, say that again, a bit louder.
Each team needs to have 5 players on the start line and 7 subs allowed on the bench. They're allowed 1 coach and 2 assistant coaches. Also, they're allowed 1 medical staff.
Okay. What about when the players are taking a serve?
Yeah,
What happens to the formation?
they go around as clockwise, so each player gets to serve.
Yeah.
A different player gets to serve every time.
Yeah. Okay. And what does your team have to do to keep serving?
Keep serving. They need to keep winning points.
So you're saying whoever wins the point
Whoever
gets
wins
to
the
serve.
point gets to serve.
Okay. So for dimensions, Kostas has a picture that he's researched and revised. She's going to display in 1 second.
There it is.
That's the dimensions of the volleyball pitch. Okay, so last question. Can you explain the specific rules of the game?
Speculative rules of the game.
So we'll start with serving. Explain the rules with serving.
Whoever team wins a point, they get to serve, and if they keep winning their point, they're allowed to serve. But the serving ways, they need to move clockwise, so every player gets to serve.
So once
each
you've
time.
served, that's what you're saying, is once you've served.
If a player serves and wins a point, they're allowed to serve again. But if they serve and lose the point, the other team gets to serve. When the serve comes back to the team, the different player needs to serve. So they have to move clockwise to serve.
Okay, and is that a rule or is that just something they do?
Oh, that's a rule. That not the same player is allowed to serve twice.
Why?
Because every player needs to serve. Because if they have a good player that can serve and keep winning points, then
okay.
it will be unfair.
So can you explain about the rules with the lines around the pitch?
So on the pitch, yet the lines.
So where you're allowed to take serves from, like where are you allowed to go over into the opposing half?
No, to
Are
take
you allowed
to
to touch
take
the
a
net?
No, you're not allowed to touch a net. If a player that attacks or defends touch a net, straight away the other team gets the point.
What? Because you're not allowed to touch
You're
the
not
net?
allowed to touch the net at all.
Oh, okay. What about if I go to hit the ball over the net and my hand goes over into the opposing team's half?
The team still gets. It's still a foul, and the other team will get a point because your hands are not allowed to go over the net or touch the net.
What about under?
Yeah, you're allowed to go under.
Are you?
Yeah, you're allowed to go under the net.
Okay.
But if you touch the net when you go under the net, then it's still.
Oh, so you're still not allowed to touch the net?
Still not allowed to touch the net now.
Okay, alright. Can you explain the rules on the okay, so what are the rules on the players again? Recapping.
What do you mean the roles of the players?
So how many in a squad? How many on the starting?
There's 5 players starting the game.
What if
You're
there's
allowed
4?
7. Then the game we need to other players to go on and make a 5th man. You're allowed 7 subs. Be on the bench. You're allowed 1 coach, 2 assistant coaches, and 1 medical staff.
What about your breaks?
About your breaks, you're allowed 2 times out in the whole game, and both of them last 30 seconds long.
You're allowed 2 30-second breaks.
Yeah, two times out. Yeah.
Alright.
They're both of them last 30 seconds long.
Okay. Alright. I think we're done.
Thank you very much. My name is Kostas, Unit 2 Volleyball.